What's up, Champions fam? It's Zeke 4-0, back on a brand new WWE Champions video. June 2021's Wild Ones MLC has officially come to an end after a Flash Feud weekend grind. I hope that all of you were able to get it done with all 3 rounds of the content. Hopefully, you and your faction fam finished in the top 100 all 3 times so you could be rewarded those prize wall medallions and cash out there, let alone taking care of business when it pertained to the limited time tour for Modern Era Acrobat. No one is ready for Asuka. Incredible trainer and coaching ability, 150% black finisher damage. Absolutely monstrous, especially for many of us who were able to walk away and recruit striker legend Alpha, let alone getting powerhouse legend Sika as high as you possibly could with those specialty tokens, let alone picking up the daily contest reward of his gear boosting red gem damage. But now it's on to the next one, y'all. It is on to the next thing. I thought that it was going to be Masters of the WWE Universe, but it appears that July is going to be the month in WWE Champions where they decide to experiment and throw something out of there that's truly left field. Because we now know that July's 2021 MLC is going to be Mutants. That is right, y'all. This all started with a screenshot that was leaked early. And as you can tell with the name here, the epithet is a bunch of gibberish, a bunch of code. But we found out that we were getting a brand new Cesaro representing the modern era. And he legit looks like he literally reminds me of a cross between Green Lantern and Steel from DC. If you know those characters, I hope you know who Green Lantern is. Steel, that's a far stretch, but you should know what I'm talking about here. But he looks dope. That's the one thing that I have to say. When it came to the Masters of the WWE Universe, a lot of people had problems with it. They had issues with it. But then you looked at the designs, you looked at the gameplay, you looked at the trainer and coaching abilities that came with these units, and they won us over. The same thing with zombies. First, we questioned it, but it was something during October. It was something during the Halloween theme, and it fitted each and every single time, and they took off. And now we're getting mutants. This is actually interesting. I thought for a moment when I saw this initially, I thought it was going to be like some type of crossover with DC or Marvel. But nah, we're getting mutants, y'all. And I'm actually intrigued by these characters because if you go onto the official blogging website, they show a third. And it is a waifu. It is Bailey. And she's got multiple arms like this character from Marvel named Shiva. Also Mortal Kombat Shiva. If you don't know your Hindu mythology, you might want to check it out. Guy there, but girls here. And Bailey looked hot. I know I'm a weirdo here, but she looked good. And it's the closest identity that we have right now to heel role model Bailey, who has yet to debut in this game. Modern era trickster role model Bailey should definitely be in the game now, especially when the boss Sasha Banks is in the game. It's very interesting how backwards certain things go. We got zombie Sasha first, then we got showboat Sasha. We got huggable one Bailey when we already were having heel Bailey, but now we're getting mutant Bailey in place of heel Bailey again. So a stall here, but I have a big problem with this situation. Now, we are getting a free-to-play MLC champion in a modern era showboat, John Cena, the prototype, looking like Colossus from X-Men. There's no way around it. The dude is looking like Colossus. He is going to be our MLC free-to-play champion. And then we have modern era trickster Cesaro, the Swiss cyborg, looking dope. And now I have to take it back. Or I could say easily the Cesaro's looking like more like Cyborg meets Green Lantern here. So yeah, that's what we're looking like. I still feel like Steel's a good representative of what we're going with the body armor, but he looks dope. These characters are actually very interesting to me because Cesaro is the Green MP reduction coach. We have not seen a MP reduction coach since Zombie Triple H, Evil Skull King. So let that sink in for a bit. We are getting a brand new MP reduction coach, and it's one of the WWE mutants this time around. So we're getting the green MP reduction. That is going to come in clutch. Here's looking at you, Keith Lee. We might have a scenario now where Keith Lee can be a little set back, but I don't know. Keith Lee is still a god. They haven't released the MP reduction for Blue yet, so Keith will still be able to body you. But Cesaro's going to be representing the green MP reduction, and the brand new Showboat Cena is doing a butch. That is right. We are getting a double trainer ability depending on how long you've been playing the game, because Showboat Cena is going to be allowing you to generate more silence gems. That is right. If you missed out on pulling Trickster Dean Ambrose back in the day, representing the Shield, he was the original silence gem generation trainer. So now you are getting another trainer with John Cena. And looking at how we're stacking, looking at Bradshaw, Showboat Bradshaw, alongside Rusev with Blast Gems, Butch and Sting with the double red MP, and now Ambrose and Cena with the silence gems. This is tenfold different. And his goes up to 4-star bronze 9K, generating up to 5 more silence gems here. So I believe he would help out a guy like Tommaso Ciampa, my boy, the new face of America, Kevin Owens. Spamming silence gems like this is going to be great. And remember, silence gems aren't botch gems. Silence gems, you will receive damage, but your opponents will not be able to get their MP for their gems matched. Whereas botch gems, you get your MP charge, but you are not receiving any damage. But I got a problem here, man. Look, y'all, we've had some cool things happen with the Flash feuds and everything. If you were able to finish strong with the faction contest during this past weekend, you were able to walk away with some shard chests. I got blessed with the first shard chest. I got 800 shards, more than enough that I needed to finally recruit Attitude Era Striker, Psycho Sid, master and ruler of the world, baby. If y'all don't remember, a long time ago, when I saw this guy come out, I just marked out all over him. And thankfully, we finally got him a new striker. I already got the legendary strap on him. I already got the Sid skill plate on him. And yeah, I had everything set up. I was just waiting for him to be unlocked. The same went with Farouk. Had it sorted out. Was just waiting for the opportunity, and we got it this past weekend. I truly can't be thankful enough, and I have to say thank you to my Phoenix Rising fam, let alone to every other faction fam out there that finished in the top 100 and was able to do their thing and get busy, pick up those few chests with those superstars. Saw a lot of people walk away with some brand new recruits, and that's a good thing. That's one bright side to WWE Champions. And it's always a good look when you have that opportunity there, and quite frankly, it's just a blessing. I'm grateful that I got a new character in Psycho Sid, and many of you others were able to also pick up somebody new. But we also had this here, a brand new Trickster Cena. Now, I apologize right here and now that this is a long-winded video compared to others, but this has to be addressed, man. They basically released a trophy champion in this Trickster Cena. Now, I'm saying he's a trophy champion because just like Braun Strowman Express, we don't know if Braun Strowman's going to get re-signed to WWE. We don't know what's going on. We don't know if we're going to ever see the return of this brand new Cena. But obviously, as you can tell, you can't see me. He has 10% move dodge chance. On top of already being a trickster, being able to dodge moves already. That dodge kicking in at the right time, depending on who you're going up against, that's going to help out a lot. Let alone you get this guy an extra turn strap or something. It just gets real muddy waters with him. He's a monster. He's able to cycle. He's a beast. I can easily say that he's a top-tier trickster, right up there with the most electrifying man in sports entertainment, Rock. I can easily say that. The 10% dodge is something in this game that might not matter much to you, but depending on how many times it ticks like a bleed or a power or a power gem, depending on how many times it actually gets off, it'll be highly beneficial beneficial and be truly clutch in certain situations. I actually saw a lot of people pull him. I saw a lot of people pull Modern Era Acrobat Asuka this past weekend. So it's a good look that a lot of people were able to get him. Incredible coaching ability. Basically the coaching the coaching ability, honky tonk man, reducing overall gem damage is amazing and immaculate, and he's a solid card that literally there's no reason not to take him all the way up to 5-star, if not for his ability, for his gameplay alone. But to address the elephant in the room here, this is utterly ridiculous now, because I understand where some people are coming from, and sorry if you saw my stuff. It is what it is. I didn't block it out. It is what it is. We got future content coming. Things are subject to change. Here's to you, Scopely. We got this brand new Mutants MLC. So we literally just got a paywall John Cena to get a brand new free-to-play John Cena. Now, this is something that's pretty cool because I saw this off of Seton Mall, Man of Legends. He does content on 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross, as well as Marvel Contest of Champions. Love him. Definitely love him. Check him out. He basically did this thing for 7 Deadly Sins where he said, he made a little short, and it was like, oh, how can we make more money off of the community? How can we do it? Like, we already got a popular character in the game. How can we continue to make this go on forward and forward? And it was like, oh, he acts like he's Netmarble, the people that are basically Grand Cross's Scopely, right? He basically acts like he's their people in control. And he's like, oh, I got a perfect idea, guys. This is what we're going to do. People already love Meliodas, and people are going to pull for Lost Fame Meliodas. So you know what we're going to do? Instead of just having one version of him, looky there, we changed the color of the card, so it's a new version, completely different. It's what they're doing here. And it's something that I have to address because it's been done multiple times with other characters. But let's just break it down to you real quick how many John Cenas we have in the game now, okay? You have Acrobat John Cena, Ruthless Aggression. And if I get the errors and stuff wrong, forgive me. It is what it is. I don't have a list right in front of me. You have Acrobat, Ruthless Aggression, John Cena, Chain Gang. So that's an Acrobat rep. Then you got Ruthless Aggression, Powerhouse, John Cena. Literally, Ruthless Aggression era, and his epithet is Ruthless Aggression. We also have John Cena, Icons of WrestleMania Powerhouse. Okay? So we're up to 3 right now. Then we get to the Showboats. We have the already free-to-play Showboat, John Cena, PG era, Hustle, Loyalty, Respect. Everyone gets him as soon as you log into the game. Now we're getting this brand new Cena. So now we're up to 5. We're up to 5 Cenas, okay? Up to 5 Cenas. We're getting the brand new prototype Cena. So we got 2 John Cenas at Showboat, just like we got 2 John Cenas at Powerhouse. Let's get to the strikers. At the moment, there's only one. The Masters of the WWE Universe, a modern era striker, evil robot of the Skull King, John Cena. Very solid unit. A highly popularized coach thanks to multiple content creator gameplay videos, okay? It is clutch, and he's a very fun unit, incredible off-the-wall animations. So then you have one striker Cena right there. Then we get to Technician. You have Veteran Salute John Cena, one of the best techs in the entire game, brought forth the choose move submission mechanic. Monster of a unit, incredible. People made off with him with the vault scenario back in the day. So we're up to, I believe we're up to 7 now. Yes, we're up to 7 John Cenas. And then we get to the Tricksters. You have modern era Trickster, Zombie John Cena, Xena, Muscle Atrophy Infect. One of the best tricksters in the game. Low charge moves, can hit very, very hard. Very, very hard. Put you to sleep real easy. Keep his health up. Just a pain in the ass to deal with. Already in the game, especially if you got his gear too. And now we also have You Can't See Me, John Cena. Okay? So you got 1 Acrobat, 2 Powerhouses, 2 Showboats, 1 Striker, 1 Technician, 2 Tricksters. We're up to nine John Cenas. 9 John Cenas, y'all. Just let that sink in for a bit. There's a point in time where something goes from being unique to it being blatant that you just want to make money. And I get it. It's a play on what he says. You can't see me. He's the Invisible Man. Honestly, when I saw this moniker, I thought this was going to be the route that we went for, Halloween. Like, we're going to do monster versions of people, like a Frankenstein, a werewolf, a Dracula, an Invisible Man Cena. That's what I thought. But now it's just crystal clear. Like, to go from this to now knowing we're getting a free-to-play Cena. Back to back. Like, literally, the contest is about to end in a couple of hours, and then we're getting the kickoff in the MLC for the Mutants. Certain things get out of hand, and this is one of those things where you bring it back. I get it. There's certain people you can pull out, and they're going to make you bring forth money. And Roman Reigns and John Cena are two people where during this point in time, depending on how you've been watching wrestling, no matter how you feel about them, they're over like Rover. They're the guys. John Cena was the guy before Roman. Roman is a monster right now in WWE. So John Cena getting this type of look is amazing. And you got to look at the compare and contrast to certain characters, okay? John Cena is up to 9, about to be going into the double digits with the amount of class reps he's with, right? But then look at someone like Hulk Hogan, Legend Powerhouse, Attitude Era Trickster, Hall of Fame Striker. You only got 3 Hogans. All of them dominant. All of them monstrous. But there's different ways. Because at the end of the day, those 3 Hogans are going to sell the same way that, shockingly, multiple Cenas are going to sell. Especially when they're made that good. You're not bad. You're not in the wrong for wanting to pull for zombie Cena. You're not in the wrong for wanting to go and recruit powerhouse icons of WrestleMania Cena. You're not going to be wrong for going after veteran salute Cena. And the same thing when it came to the You Can't See Me Cena. There's certain characters, they make them that good that in the end, it's 2 birds, 1 stone for Scopely. But this is one of those times where you look at the numbers and you're like, it's getting out of hand. Undertaker representing each color, going the full circle. That's one thing there. And then getting the icons of WrestleMania Striker version of them, we got it. Then the same thing with Triple H, doubling up, being the first to double up on classes, Striker, Authority, Free to Play, and then Evil Skull King. There's certain situations where it's like, all right, certain superstars you're going to be able to pull it off. But at a certain point, it becomes crystal clear and very obvious to your community, to your players, what you're trying to do here. Now, I'm going to be realistic with you. I love the aesthetic for these cards. I can't wait to see what Mega Superstars are launched. I want to see if we're going full heroes here, or are we going to have some villain themes? Because this is another situation where if they drop another Undertaker here, I would be cool with it. There's certain characters that the certain wrestlers that you can build as superheroes or villains, and it will work. Undertaker looking at the glowing Phantom Phenom, that was like absolutely beast mode. Getting an Undertaker that's reminiscent to Mr. Sinister or Apocalypse, yo, sign me up. Having someone like the Fiend look like a cross between Wolverine and Sabretooth, I am game for that. I would love to see some cool stuff. Have Naomi looking like Storm or Wonder Woman. There is a lot here that they can do. A She-Hulk version of Beth Phoenix. I love concepts like this. Shout out to Gear San. And I'm looking forward to that exclusive 5-star gameplay from the Broskis, thanks to the good old folks over at Scopely, as we move forward within the day, let alone as the MLC takes place. But I'm treading lightly on this because, to be honest with you, in my personal opinion, before I get out of here, I honestly think, after reflecting and talking to my faction fam, Phoenix Rises, and going through and combing through different chat rooms on Discord and what have you, and looking through Facebook groups, I can honestly say that the Wild Ones MLC is probably the very best overall month-long contest WWE Champions has launched since the initial launch of month-long contest. It had everything that everyone needed. There were bugs and glitches, But everything else went solid. A lot of people were able to pick up a lot of the superstars from the bags, let alone from the superstar loot. A lot of people were able to get far when it came to the contest, maxing out the solo contest for the first time, picking up their very first MLC Chase champion, getting the free Sika gear, having the superstar shard prize wall edition, let alone the league shop. Having the power portal scenario to pick up a free blue MP coach and trickster legend Andre the Giant, eighth wonder of the world. These were good looks for WWE champions. And sadly, a lot of times with WWE champions, after they do something really good, it goes to a S show. And we are going to see what this brings forth, because with this brand new MLC, we are going to see the return of key pulls. People were wondering where key pulls were during the Wild Ones MLC. So I guess, yes, you could give it an X, deduct some points because, it didn't have a key pull, but you had the superstar shards, you had the prize wall, you had the opportunities, the bags, the resources, skill plates, tenfold out the wazoo. You had multiple opportunities to walk out. So even though if the key pulls were missing from Wild Ones and they're returning here, I still say Wild Ones has been definitely the best MLC overall, in my opinion. And if you disagree, by all means, leave your thoughts down below and your thoughts of what was the best MLC before this. But I am treading lightly with this Mutants MLC. I don't even know if I want to max out the top event. I want to, I really do, but I don't know. I just don't know right now. I have to see how this goes. I know that for sure I'm not spending any money during this month. And if I do, it'll probably be the 1 coin requirement for the weekend content to get those bonus points alongside the daily portal offers. Aside from that, though, I'm not going whale to the wall here. I'll probably just take my time with Cena, play it safe, play it smart, rebuild, stockpile, and hoard, and go on about my business. But I am excited to see how this plays out. Again, sorry for this being a long-winded video. Had to make up for time because a lot of y'all were looking for my wrap-up video, but here it is, combining everything. Hey, yo, bad times don't last, but champions do. Mad love always and forevermore to each and every single one of you, of my beloved #champions fam. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon to receive all future notifications from yours truly, the bad guy at WWE Champions, Zeke 4-0. And until next time, let's chop it up within the comments below. But what are your thoughts on these brand new Mutant champions? I do love WWE because it touches down on what I've said in the past. Action figures have always sold in WWE. That is one of the best markets where they get to do crossovers, and it works. People collect. People like different types of series and brands. And when WWE's brand mixes with another brand, it's money more times than often, because whether you're a fan of the WWE or a fan of whatever line they're teaming up with, it's good for business at the end of the day. It showed with the zombie action figure collection run, and now we're getting original zombie characters made from the game, not based on figures. It worked for the masters of the WWE universe. We were looking for a part 2. Maybe we still get it within this year, and they just moving around, but they're doing the mutants now. So you're branching out more opportunities to get very interesting with not only with movesets, but tag team links and trainer and coaching and promoter abilities, because the mutant link is basically going to be interesting. It is going to be reducing MP for your opponent's moves by 3. So this is another version of the APA, the MP reduction. We're now getting a light version of that with the mutants. So with that and being in mind, the trainer ability for Cena with the Silence Gems, the coaching ability for Cesaro with the green MP reduction, let alone the other characters, the husbandos and waifus that can debut here. Let's just see how things unfold. But I hope everything ended well for you with the Wild Ones. Let's gear up and look forward to that exclusive 5-star gameplay coming shortly, more than likely. And let's prepare for this July 2021 Mutants MLC. And until next time, y'all, stay tuned, stay blessed. Peace!